Okay, today we're going to show you a simple hack or workaround modification for the Oster French door convection oven to be able to get multiple tumblers in here in a safe way and hopefully get even heat and cooking all the way around them. Although it is convection, there's an upper heating element and a lower heating element, and depending on how the tumblers are sat in there or laid down or stood up, you get different hot spots. So I'm trying to do a modification to be able to actually lay them in there so that they aren't touching any metal, because whenever you have a tumbler or other item touching something, it causes what's called a heat sink, and it actually pulls heat away from that spot where it's touching, or it can, I should say. So we did a modification with the grate that already comes with the French door oven, and I'll show that later how we did that and how to do it, and we'll see if that works for you. Stay tuned. So as part of the modification, I've already started cutting and bending the part of the grate for the oven. So I'll show you a way to do this. May not be the easiest. If you have a die grinder or some way of cutting these, it might be easier. And I'm just using channel locks. And we'll go in here and we're gonna basically just these light welds from the factory will pop off pretty easy with a little bit of elbow grease. So might have to work them back and forth to kind of heat them up to get them to pop. Some pop easier than others. See, there you go. Highly recommend gloves. There's a third one. We got 3 left here. There's that one. Oh, that was easier. I got on actually that one was easy. I got on top. Now that I'm down to none left, wiggle that back and forth. Man, I wish I would have figured that out when I started. All right, so now they're all broke free. The first 3 I've already played around with, bent them where I want them, curved them, and then elevated them a little bit at an angle to hold the tumbler up to take the weight. So we'll go in here and bend these about in the same position, roughly. I like to bend the little tip that's on here. I don't know if you can see it here. I like to bend this up a little bit so that when you pull the cup off, it doesn't scratch or catch the cup. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. So we'll do that with all these. We'll just repeat and do the same step all the way down until it's completed. All right, now the modifications are complete. We have 4 sets of 3 grate wires that have been bent, and should allow for 4 tumblers in this oven. Suspend them in the air, basically laying on their side but not having to lay down, and hopefully won't have to turn them. Okay, now that we've got our grate modified to the way that you've seen in the other video, we'll go ahead and put it in, and open one hand here, and I would think that we would want to put this right on top. No, maybe not. Maybe we'll put it in the top bracket where it's supposed to go. Now you can see each section there, so we should be able to take 4 20-ounce skinny tumblers or tapered, either way. But the 20 ounce is all that I've tested this for, as far as size-wise. So we'll basically just put them in, and they'll go right on the 3 prongs in the center. And those we want to bend up a little bit. You want them hanging as even as possible. Here's the last one. Pull them out just a little bit so they're not touching the back. There you go. 4 suspended 20-ounce tumblers in the middle of the oven. So you have hopefully the same amount of space from the heating element here as that you do on the bottom. I do have this solid metal tray in here to help deflect some of the direct heat that's so close to these tumblers. And that air, that turbo mode or that convection mode, will push that air around, and the theory is that it will make even better heat. You won't have to turn these or spin them or anything like that. Plus, standing them up, the 20 ounce gets really close to the heating elements, even in this larger oven. I don't like it, so I'm going to try this and give it a shot and see how it goes. And there's a better shot of it for you so you can see what it's like. So then when they're done, you may wonder, how should I take these out? Well, you can take them out the same way you put them in. Obviously you'd have gloves on, these would be wrapped. You can grab one at a time, take them out, or if you so choose, carefully, you can take the whole rack out all at once, set them somewhere safe where it's not going to burn anything, and then you can deal with them that way.